Hello everyone, Kome here back with another HSR video. Today we're going to talk about Firefly once again. She just released, so we're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of content around her because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. We just cleared the Memory of Chaos with her and Boot Heal, so if you haven't checked it, go watch the video on the channel. I posted it like 2 days ago or something, or maybe last week. We also did the new game mode, Apocalyptic Shadows. And we also spent 35 fuels to get her relics, which are pretty solid. I'm quite happy with her build. So if you haven't seen those videos, feel free to check them out. Drop a like, a comment. I would really appreciate it. Would really support the channel. And yeah, let's jump into it. Into today's video, we're going to talk about why Firefly is one of the best DPS in the game, especially for F2Ps, and why she's such a good character overall. First reason is going to be because she really doesn't need that many stats. As you can see, we're not running any crit ratio. She has 16 crit rate, 55 crit damage. She really doesn't need crit because all her damage comes from break and super break, which is a new mechanic introduced with the Harmony Trailblazer, which lets you deal more damage once the enemy is weakness broken. And all Firefly's gameplay revolves around the super break, which makes also the Harmony MC one of the best support for her, if not the best. And yeah, she's basically very, very easy to build. Doesn't need crit, she just needs break effect, which you want as much as possible. She doesn't need energy, she doesn't need effect hit rate, she doesn't need effect res. She doesn't really need too much speed or attack either. So she's really, really easy to build, and even with low investment, even if you don't get enough break effect or enough speed, she will deal very good damage, which is what makes her so good. So regarding Firefly light cone, you don't really need her own light cone. Like her light cone is the best, of course, but if you don't have her light cone, her light cone is pretty much the best option. It gives a lot of attack at S0, at S1. It only gives 8% times 4, so 32%, which is not like insane, but it's still pretty good, and she scales very well with attack. But on top of that, at S5, it's 64 attack. I don't think I can see it here, but it's basically 16% times 4, which is insane. 64% attack bonus is massive on Firefly because she has this trace that gives 0.8% break effect for each 10 points of attack that exceeds 1.8 thousand. So every 1.8, every 10 attack that you get over 1.8 thousand will get transferred into break effect, which basically gives her a lot of break effect and a lot of attack, which is pretty nice. She doesn't really scale with attack. Like, attack doesn't give her really more damage, it's just that it transfers into break effect, so it gives her more damage. But yeah, Herta Lycone, very good. And if you're already using the Herta Lycone on someone else for some reason, like Jingli or whoever, if you got that Lycone, Indelible Promise from which is the Mika's Lycone, I mean with the Mika's picture, it gives 28% break effect, up to 56 if you get S5, which is very good. It doesn't give as much damage as her Lycone or even as this Lycone, but overall it's a very good one. So even at S1, like it's gonna be the best option after those two. So very F2P friendly. This Lycone is free. This Lycone, of course, you have to pull, but it's very, very good. But this one is like very, very good as well. You don't really need to pull her Lycone. I wouldn't necessarily recommend, even though HSR is pretty generous with pulls in general, and the weapon banner is not too bad. So regarding Firefly's abilities, honestly, I know some people don't recommend to level up everything, but I think in HSR, like, the farming can feel a little bit bad, like a little bit tedious to get all the materials. But overall, I would most of the time, unless there's an ability that is completely useless, most of the time I would recommend to like just max out every talent on your characters. In HSR, you can get a lot of tracks of destiny, which is the equivalent. On Firefly, on your main DPSs, level up everything. This one gives you, makes you take 0 damage pretty much. Effect res plus 30%, damage reduction 40%, gives you energy back. Like, it's really crazy. It's anti-skill issue talent, so make sure you level that up. Burst gives you more, I mean, the ultimate talent gives you more speed, more break damage, and then the skill gives you a little bit of damage. It is also good to upgrade. Talons are pretty straightforward, and she gets very good. Like this one gives you more break effect with your attack, which is very like pretty much free break effect. So her second bonus ability is extremely strong. Depending on how much break effect you have, you will deal more super break damage. So you need bare minimum 200 break effect on Firefly, which is really not too difficult to get. Technically, I would be a bit low if I didn't have her Lycon that gives me 60. I would be slightly below 200. But if you're using like Herta Lycon, you will still get more break effect. If you're using Sha Lycon, you will still get more break effect. So 200 is like the bare minimum. And with passives and buffs from other characters like Rame or Harmony MC, you will potentially get 360. It's a little bit hard to get 360, but it's doable. So this will give her a ton of damage for free, pretty much. And this one also makes it so her skill when you're in enhanced state will also break the toughness from side enemies when you attack a target. So I could show you. Can I show you somewhere?
Until everything burns to ashes!
Yeah, when you use your skill with Firefly, which is also why she's very F2P friendly, because she kind of gets rid of all the elemental restriction that you would need for certain modes, for MOC when it rotates, or for certain enemies in general. So when you're using your skill, it will apply fire weakness on your target and also take toughness away from the enemies on the side from like the other enemies. So it's very, very good. Makes it so you don't really need to care about the elements in your teams. If you bring fire, it's still better like against fire enemies, but in general, like she can just break the weakness of everyone, and she deals a lot. Like she just one shots the weakness pretty much with Rame, with Harmony MC. She just destroys everything. Boom. That's one dead. And it's just like a Calyx, but still.
In the mood for another beat.
Let the show begin!
Let the show begin.
Existence is unity.
Alright. And then she gets so much speed during her enhanced state, which is insane. Especially if you have like a base speed of between 140 to 155. She's gonna be super fast. Like right now, I have 223 speed. And I have 475 break effect. So it's really easy to get that 360 actually. I'm currently getting more break effect from one of her passive. I'm getting more break effect from Rame. I'm getting more break effect from the Harmony MC character. So we're getting a ton of break effect bonus. It's really insane, and she just one-shots the weakness of everyone, literally. Like this one, I'm targeting the guy in the middle, the guy on the left. I'm literally one-shotting his toughness, and I'm literally one-shotting everyone. So you're gonna perma break the enemy. It's really good. If you have Rame, like Rame is definitely one of the best support in the game, on top of being the best option for Firefly. So highly recommend trying to get both. But even if you don't have Rame, I think Firefly is a good option in general.
Grace and elegance.
Then GG. Set the blaze. 400k, just like that. Like that. Huh. Maybe I'll keep that. Yeah, her talents are like a ton of damage without really any restriction. It's very insane. And then regarding her relics, you can use the new set. Like the new set is the best option. I don't know if you guys can see what it does, but I'm in front of it. But basically what it does is that it gives you break effect. If your break effect is higher than 150, you will deal more damage. It will ignore 10% of the enemy's defense. And if your break effect is higher than 250, the super break damage you deal to the enemy will additionally ignore 15% of their defense, which is insane. So 25% defense ignore with that set, which is pretty good. But like I would recommend farming that set if you pull Firefly, of course. But in the meantime, you can use break effect set like 2-piece break, or 4-piece of the thief set. Also pretty good. So yeah, those two sets are fine, but this one is definitely the best with her new planar. Those are the best options. But in the meantime, you can also use the Talia's break effect planar, which gives you 16% break effect. And if your speed is above 145, you get an extra 20. So it's pretty free break effect if you don't have anything else for now, or if you're still farming for the new set. So yeah, overall, like, she only needs break effect and attack, a little bit of speed, which you pretty much get with just the speed boots because her base speed is pretty high. Harmony MC is her best support, which you get for free. You get E6 for free. Harmony's MC Eidolons are also very good. What is it? E4 gives you 15% of Trailblazer break effect is added to your teammates, which is, I have around 240 right now, so I'm getting around 40 break effect extra for Firefly, which is huge. Rame is also her other best support. He also gives some break effect to the team. And she gives some damage percent. The damage percent is not as important, but she gives 20% break effect. So with just this and Harmony MC, that's plus 60 break effect, which is quite a lot. And yeah, she really doesn't need that many stats. Very easy to build. She got very good F2P light code. Her Eidolons are insane. But I wouldn't... If you get E2, it's pretty crazy. E2 is like freaking crazy, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend going for E2. Like, you don't really need it. Even at E0, S1, deals a ton of damage. And yeah, if you have Gallagher, he's good as well, but you don't necessarily need Gallagher. You can use any other healer or shielder with her, and pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. She's definitely one of the best F2P characters. If you compare it to like Acheron, if you compare it to Jingliu, they all need quite a lot of stats to perform. Yeah, and same for Boothiel, honestly. Boothiel just needs some break effect. Mine is not super high. He doesn't even need a light cone. He just needs his traces leveled up, a little bit of break effect, a little bit of speed, and then just like some break. The set, and I don't even have a good set. I still destroyed the embassy with him, so very good character. And I think it's pretty nice to see the direction of this, at least for now, with the super break and the break effect character, because those are really easy to get stats, and they bring you a lot of value, which makes it much easier to spend your energy farming relics and to like optimize your farming. And it makes it more F2P friendly in general for players that are not pulling a lot of characters. If you get like just a few like those, they ignore the weakness as well from the enemies because they can implant the ones they want, which makes it like super good. And yeah, you get Firefly Rame, you can pretty much clear like almost any content, at least for one side. It makes it way easier to like pull for characters that are actually good. I think that's it for me, honestly. I think we covered everything. I showed you a bit of damage, 400k, that was pretty good. With E3 Runmaker still. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, if you find it helpful, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. See you on the next video, probably Genshin this time.